Hey guys, welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel where in today's video I wanted to talk a little bit about a topic that I've come across quite a bit on social media recently, which is just about the whole idea that there are no fun jobs out there or there are no jobs specifically for you in this world. Okay, this has been an idea I've seen, or a notion I've seen across social media now for a couple of months. And as somebody who genuinely enjoys the work that I do on a day-to-day basis, and as a recruiter myself and a career coach, I thought I'd come on here and just kind of give you guys a bit of insight or a couple of tips from my end as to what I would do differently from your perspective. Okay, so to start off with, is there such thing as a perfect job? Okay, yes and no. All right, you can enjoy the work you do 110%, okay? But does that mean that you're going to enjoy that work every single day? Absolutely not, okay? It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter if it's a habit, doesn't matter if it's working with people, doesn't matter if it's a relationship, doesn't matter if it's the job. Whatever you do in life, you're going to have good days, you're going to have bad days. That's just the way the cookie crumbles, okay? You can't really do too much else about it, okay? I'm somebody that loves going to the gym, but that doesn't mean that every single day I enjoy the gym. Okay, so it's the same with the job. Okay, I'm not guaranteeing to you that once you find this job that you are going to be obsessed with it for the rest of your life. Okay, I can't guarantee that for you, that every single day of the rest of your life is going to be sunshine and rainbows. Okay, you are going to have bad days wherever you go. Okay, so get that out the way straight away. Now, in the sense of the actual job that you do. Now, the number one thing I will always tell people to do if they have absolutely no idea what they want to do with their life, or if they have that belief that there is no such thing as the 110% perfectly aligned job with them in this world, the number one thing I would get them to do is to take a step back and understand what their passions are. Okay, so what their passions are, what their interests are, etc., etc. Okay, and the first move, the very first thing I would tell somebody, and the one example I always give, okay, is let's say you are finishing up university and you've got a marketing degree. Okay, you're getting a marketing degree. All right, you've done the work, you've done the theory, all of it sounds good. Okay, perfect. But let's say now the idea of working at a marketing agency or doing the marketing for a company just does not excite you at all. Okay, like you understand how to do it, but the actual thought of doing it on a day-to-day basis just doesn't interest you at all. Okay, that's fine. Now, if I said to you, what are your passions, outside of work, outside of university, when at your spare time, what do you enjoy doing? Okay, someone comes to me and says, I'm a big fan of sports. I love soccer. Okay, I love watching the Premier League. My team is Manchester United. Okay, whatever. If I said to you, imagine you could run the social media accounts for Manchester United. Imagine you could do, or you could focus on Manchester United's marketing. You could run marketing campaigns across the world. You can run marketing campaigns at schools, at universities. You could go to football clubs and, try to set up, brotherhood connections. I don't know. Imagine you were responsible for the marketing of Manchester United, whether that is their in real life marketing or their social media or digital marketing. Imagine you could do any of these things associated with Manchester United. Okay? That would 110% interest that type of person. Okay? That type of work would interest them. Okay? Now, it's the exact same job that they were planning to do, but it's the environment that matters. Okay? The environment is where you are going to prosper. And that is why you need to be thinking about where that interest comes from and how to build the foundation from there. Okay? So for example, with myself, okay, I work in recruitment. Okay, when I was younger, my dream job is I wanted to be a director of football for a football club, and I also wanted to be a football agent. Okay, I wanted to be an agent for athletes. Okay, so as the years go by and I'm trying to find these ideal types of jobs, I've ended up just finding the corporate equivalent of the work that I do, of the work that I've always wanted to do, and that's being a recruiter. Okay, so although I'm recruiting doctors at the moment, I'm not recruiting athletes, and I'm certainly not in charge of a football club and their transfers. It's the same principle. And to me, that interests me. I enjoy that. I'm somebody that's always wanted to do sales. Okay? I love sales as well. So it's another thing that comes into it now. Every single day, I'm making cold calls to doctors, trying to convince them to do this job or to go to this area or to do that work. You know what I mean? So I've taken the core principles, I've taken the foundation, and I'm like, you know what? This is where I want to take it now. I just try to find the corporate equivalent. Okay? Now, I'm not here telling you, that you can now, for that person out there with the marketing degree who loves Manchester United, I can't tell them to be like, you need to only try to apply for the head of marketing at Manchester United or to run their social media account. And if you can't get that, then give up on life. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm just saying now, imagine now you've got that ideal type of job working for a sports club with their marketing. You know what I mean? Imagine now you spend the next couple of months looking for positions in this industry, or you spend the next couple of weeks even trying to network with people in these industries, so you then understand the types of traits and characteristics that they prioritize in an ideal type of candidate. You know what I mean? Imagine you kept applying for jobs, but you kept chipping away at people in these type of industries as well. So you can try to build relationships slowly but surely, and before you know it, you may actually get an opportunity down the track. You know what I mean? This is how you try to find exciting roles in the work that you do. Okay? There is that reality. There is no such thing as a 110% perfect job out there. And I promise you, you're going to have bad days in everything that you do. Okay? But if you have no idea where to start, you need to take a step back and look back at what interests you and then try to build a job around this. Okay? Again, that method, there may not be 100% alignment. Everybody may have different interests, and the types of jobs that you can create from there may be different depending on your interests. But I definitely think if you just take it a step back and you start from that perspective, that's going to be the best way to go moving forward in trying to find jobs for yourself. Okay? It's 100% the best thing to do, because I'm somebody, guys, like, I don't hate the job that I do at all. Okay? Every Sunday night, I go to work, I get ready for work the next day, and I'm actually like keen to go to work. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, I think the environment helps as well. Like, I genuinely enjoy the people that I work with. But in saying that, like, the actual work I do, I enjoy doing it. You know what I mean? I enjoy recruitment. I enjoy calls. I enjoy interviews. I enjoy speaking with businesses. I enjoy these types of things. And it all comes from when I was a kid having that interest in transfers in football. You know what I mean? That's an even better way. I didn't even think about that before, but that's another thing is like, obviously for myself, my interest was sports. But then I started to think about, well, what specifically about sports interested me? And in these situations, I realized like, okay, even when I was playing games when I was younger, like I used to be a big player of this game called Football Manager. Okay, I would play Football Manager. Obviously, it's meant to be about being a coach and the tactical perspective of the game. But my biggest interest was doing transfers and building up the youth academy and things along these lines, doing the habits of a director of football. So again, even though football was my core interest, I then picked a specific part of football that really interested me, and then I tried to build a corporate career out of that. And that's how I've always done it, and those principles have helped me find the work that I do today and that I enjoy so much on a day-to-day basis. Okay? These are the things that are going to be most important to you in your job search. And these are things that I strongly suggest to anybody trying to find a new job, whether you are literally 21, 22 years old, out of university, ready to go at the world, or you're literally 40 years old and you're looking to steer careers. This is always the best place to start because it's the familiarity factor. And at the end of the day, the best decision to make is one off data and one off past experiences. And how you get that data is from past experiences. Okay? So I hope you guys got some, first of all, value from this video, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully this will do a lot of favors for you guys with your job search down the track. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys are interested in working with me on a one-to-one level or keen to see more that I have, feel free to click the links below in my bio. More than happy to help. Hope you guys enjoyed. Take care, and I will see you guys in the next episode.